You're listening to Entrepreneur's Enigma, a podcast about the ups and downs of the entrepreneurial journey. Every week, your host Seth Goldstein interviews entrepreneurs from all walks of life about their entrepreneurial journeys. From store owners to Fortune 500 CEOs, we all have stories to tell. So sit back and join us for the next 20 or so minutes while we explore the entrepreneurial world.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Entrepreneur's Enigma podcast. I am, as always, your host. You're sick of me by now. That's the reason why we have good guests on the show, so you don't have to listen to me ramble for that long. But today I have a good buddy of mine, Morty Oberstein, a fellow Jewish dude. But he's actually calling in from Israel, the Holy Land. And he is, by day, he is something SEO at Wix. Because honestly, you guys have these weird ass names, like Head of SEO Brand at Wix. Is that what the one, or is that Crystals?
It doesn't even matter.
You
Just something at Wix.
SEO, Head of SEO is something.
As long as it's the head of something at Wix.
SEO, something head of something at SEO. It's something at Wix. There you go.
Right.
But more importantly, his side hustle is Unify brand marketing. I can't get anything right today, apparently. Yay!
Well, that's fine.
But anyhow,
I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. Morty has been a branding guy and an SEO guy forever. If you don't know him, you've been living under a rock, or you're just not that engaged in the SEO world. But Morty.
So the Taliban has no idea who I am because they live in literally.
That's a good thing. You don't want to be
under a rock.
Exactly.
Right. True. You don't want them to know who you are. It's a good point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Morty's also the co-host over at Edge of the Web Radio, because we had Aaron Sparks on the show with a quick little interlude with Jacob Mann, the producer, popped in real fast to say hello. That was fun. Yeah, that was off the rails.
Those guys are great.
Oh, they're fantastic. And so, yeah, I mean, the podcast is great. So listen to Edge of the Web Radio. You do the Wix SERPs Up podcast. When you have time to think about it, you do the SEO Rant podcast, which you're due for another one soon.
I haven't done for a while. I do It's New every day with Barry Schwartz and Greg Fitt and Crystal Carter.
The guy doesn't sleep. Like, the timestamp this. It's 10 o'clock-ish here. It's 4 o'clock-ish in Israel, and he's still going. He's something at 7 o'clock with the Search Engine Journal. The guy doesn't sleep because he also has 4 kids and a wife.
That's right. That's right. It's either this or deal with the 4 kids,
or you have to go play with the kids. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I mean, I love my family and all, but I also need my breaks. So I get it. So Morty's you're originally a New Yorker, right?
Yeah. I'm a hardcore Yankee fan I'm literally from the border of Queens and Long Island. You could walk over.
You get Long Island in there. You get the G in there. Long Island.
Yeah, you got. I have a little bit Long Island.
Yeah, a little.
You want to get some coffee?
Coffee talk. Exactly.
Coffee.
That's awesome. He's also a Steelers fan, which I won't hold against him. But yeah.
Hey, look. I got nothing to say.
Maybe in New York and be an Eagles fan now. That's the thing.
No, God forbid. Anything Philly.
The west. You have to go to the west of Pennsylvania to avoid the giant Eagles.
Yeah. Well, because my second team is the Giants. My step family's from Pittsburgh. That's how the Steelers thing happened.
That's what happened. All right. So you kind of were adopted into that. My dad's a Giants fan. My dad's from the Bronx. But I'm more of an Eagles fan because I'm from Philly. I'm not really a sports ball fan at all. Like I don't have time. I don't have time to watch the sports.
No, I feel that. It's a commitment.
And you have it. We're really off the rails already, but don't you have it where it's like you don't have commercials, and it's like all the highlights?
I have that, yeah. So I'm screwed up because my time zones are a mess.
Oh, they're a disaster. Yeah.
Right. Like sometimes the games are 3 o'clock in the morning. Can I tell you I'm a big Yankees fan? So the Yankees were in the World Series against the Dodgers last year.
Yeah.
And
go Dodgers. Sorry.
The son of a why do you have me on the show just to do that?
No, I'm not a Yankees fan. I'm not a Dodgers fan. I am a Phillies fan, but
right.
We're gonna take a quick break, hear from our sponsors, and get right back to the show.
John Kruk, fond memory for me as a kid. I love John Kruk.
Back in the day.
Yeah, good. So
old Phillies fan, yeah.
Old Phillies gang. It's a good gang. The games were on at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning for me. So a real Meshuggah. I didn't watch the games, obviously, at 3 o'clock. I couldn't. It's not like the Super Bowl is one game.
Work, yeah.
Right. So I avoided seeing the score all day long. Glenn Gabe ruined one of the games for me, though. He's like, oh, man. I'm like,
do that. Of course, Glenn would do that. Oh,
it wasn't on
Glenn.
purpose.
It
I
was.
literally
He's a
had my
Yankee fan,
wife
too.
turn the game on because I have the baseball package. But
Yeah.
idiots at MLB, when you go to log in, the first thing you see is the score.
Oh, no.
No, I knew that. I knew that from the right. So she was like, here, like, what do I do? I'm like, I can't see the screen, but I think you have to go up to the left and click whatever. And then she goes,
Such a good wife.
oh, no, the best. But then she goes, oh, man, that guy hit a home run, but she didn't mean to say it. I'm like, oh, no, now I know what happens. Like, it was very difficult for me.
It's tough making Aliyah and being
Yeah, it's tough. And then they blew it. Then they blew it.
Exactly. So back onto this. So you started Unify brand marketing. That's a mouthful.
Thank you.
I feel like branding marketing, but it's brand marketing. But anyhow, you win some, you lose some. You get what you get. But anyhow, but the point is, so you've been with Wix forever. You were with Semrush before that. You kind of still do some stuff with Semrush here and there because why not? They're good people.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been around the circuit for a while in the SEO world. What made you go brand marketing from the whole SEO? Because everyone thinks Morty Oberstein is a crazy SEO dude from Israel.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right.
Or from New York. They get very confused, which I like.
There's this Jewish guy named Morty Oberstein. It's almost as bad. It's actually worse than Seth Goldstein. Morty Oberstein.
It is. No, that's true.
It's about as Jewish as you can get.
That's hard, by the way. It's hard to get worse than Seth Goldstein. But I did it.
It's hard. But Morty Oberstein. It's not Morton Oberstein. It's Morty.
Morty. It's like the most nerdy Jewish name on the planet.
Cool
like you know just from my name that I'm not good at sports.
And you can't jump.
Right. But I know the tax code really well. Anywho.
Oh, womp womp womp. Anyhow, so you got so you're doing brand marketing now. How did you find your way into brand marketing from SEO? I mean, they kind of go hand in hand.
Well, okay, that's one. One is it's true that they go hand in hand. The second thing is I've been doing both for a really long time. I just haven't talked about brand. I sort of on purpose.
Yeah.
One is like I just at the time I didn't find brand as interesting. I found SEO more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I was back. This goes back to like Rank Ranger. So I was the CMO of Rank Rangers. Got bought out by SimilarWeb.
Yeah.
Wow.
Way back when. Yeah.
Way back when. So I was always doing SEO, but also doing brand marketing at the same time. With Wix, it's been the same thing. But we have our whole SEO hub, right? But most of the stuff at Wix is actually brand. Semrush was a lot of.
That's one thing that Wix does, I think, really well. People know my feeling about Wix, but one thing you guys really do is the knowledge base is kick ass. The knowledge base, you and Crystal and
George.
Sorry, George. I forgot your name for a second.
That's fine. Everyone forgets George.
But
he's
George,
forgettable.
He's kind of this quiet one in the background because everyone. I mean, between Crystal and Morty, you can't get a word in edgewise. So.
I just want you to be careful because George, out of all three, is the most spiteful.
Oh, don't say that out loud. No one.
No, he really is.
Anyhow, so don't worry about it.
Okay, good.
It's good. Well, then George is like right in saying, "I'm not spiteful," but anyhow.
No, he'll lean into it.
He'll lean into it. Exactly. So, but I think because you've been doing a lot of brand over at Wix with the SEO hub, and I like one thing I like about it is it's universal, it's evergreen, and it's not just brand for Wix. It's a
100%
play
on purpose.
Anyone can go there, and we'll put that link in the show notes. And it's fantastic. There's a lot of Morty in there, so kind of go in there with
Yeah, but I behave myself over there. So
what's that?
Sorry, I behave myself over there.
You behave yourself over there. Just every once in a while, a little Morty pops in there. So.
It does sneak itself.
So what made you decide to open up this side hustle on the side?
One is okay. So two is so many things. One is so many things. It was a good time. Just personally, it was a good time. It was a good time because now all of the SEO people are talking about brand. So if I'm gonna shine now, this is my moment to shine.
This is your moment. Yeah.
Everyone's talking about brand and SEO.
From Wicked. Yeah, Time to Fly. We'll dub that music and get the copyright straight.
So yeah, I am Wicked, but yes, it made business sense to start to do it now out of all times. And the third thing is I really over the last 3 the years, I really started to really enjoy brand strategy a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up one day and said, I think I like brand strategy over like straight up SEO strategy,
Yeah. That's pretty
right?
wild. And then since you decided to start up a brand,
Yeah.
is it an official company and all that, or is it still
Yeah.
Morty, or is it Morty Oberstein LLC?
There's no, I mean, it's Unify brand marketing. It's a real legit, like I did a legitimate thing
Wow.
other than my children.
Oh, snap. God. We were going to go there at some point. Wow, 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 wow. As you can, if anyone listens to Edge of the Web Radio, this is classic Morty. This is classic Morty, classic Seth chatting and all that stuff. It's fun stuff. But and it's because you've also been very big in podcasting for a very
Yeah.
long time, which is kind of cool. I mean, you have the 4, 5, or 6 podcasts you do on a regular basis.
I was thinking about it, I think yesterday, maybe the day before. Hard to track time. Might be my age. I think I've done close to like 1,000 podcast episodes.
It's close. That's about what I've done in 15 years. But yeah, that's insane.
It's. Can I tell you an off the record story?
Well, we're on the record though, so.
Yeah, I know. That's just me like trying to like minimize the damage.
Oh, then go for it then. We love the juicy stuff. Hey everyone, this is off the record. Don't pay attention.
Hey, don't say anything. Thank you. That's all I'm looking for. There was someone I was working with, and they were working with a podcast I was working with, and they said like, "Hey, could you do this and this and this with the podcast?" I'm like, "I've done 1,000 podcast episodes. I think I know how to handle this. I can do it. Don't worry."
Can you do this? And you're like, hold my beer.
I don't know. Never really done this before.
Exactly. It's kind of funny. That's hilarious. We won't mention names. So that's a good thing. We'll keep it that much off the record. Exactly.
Yeah. No. Shame
So
anybody.
in your mind, what is the best thing about, especially being, because you've kind of been an entrepreneur for the longest time. Because your companies you worked for have let you kind of run amok.
Yeah,
Your thing.
basically.
Like that kind of, we want Morty on the team because we know he's going to run amok and be great for the brand and kind of be a good spokesperson because he's wackadoo and all that stuff. You're about off the rails as I am, that's what I love about you. You're just a bouncy Jewish guy from New York / Israel who just loves to talk SEO and talk smack. And the one thing I love about you is that you don't hold back. You don't hold back when Google's being a bunch of douchebags. You say, Google, you're being a bunch of douchebags. What the hell are you doing? This is stupid. You put it out there.
You should see my DMs.
Oh, I can only imagine.
No, I have like righteous justice syndrome.
Yeah.
And I don't like when people do things that are not, I don't know the right word is, like upstanding. And everyone's a douche to a certain extent. Like, and that's fine. It's just a human. Yeah, that's fine. I understand people are running businesses, but at a certain point, like if we're just talking about Google for a second,
yeah,
at a certain point, it just gets to be too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand you have a business to run. I understand you have a stock that you want to maintain. I understand all of that. I'm not an idiot. I only look like an idiot. I'm not an actual idiot. Which is, by the way, my Twitter handle. I changed that yesterday based on the conversation I was having with somebody. Morty Oberstein only looks like an idiot.
Love it. You're still an X, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I'm a blue sky. I'm everywhere.
Blue
by the
sky
way,
and all that. And I was very pleased to see that you're actually active there.
I am active. Yeah.
Active.
No, you
I'm
could.
very happy to see you over there because I will not go to X.
No. I'm with. I get you.
Exactly.
You pulled me in. You're the one who told me about Blue Sky initially. And Mastodon. By the way, that was a disaster. So thank you.
Mastodon's not that much of a disaster. People just are chicken shits and don't want to deal with it, and it's not that hard to figure out.
Don't you call me yellow?
What?
You call me yellow?
No, I'm calling you a chicken shit.
Oh, okay. Same difference.
Anyhow, but you've done the entrepreneur stuff.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur stuff at Rank Ranger. You've done it at Semrush. You've done it at Wix. Now you're doing it at Wix, but you're also doing it on your own. Yeah. What is the best thing about being kind of entrepreneur? Like, what do you find enjoyable the most about being kind of allowed to run amok?
So one of the other things that one of the reasons why I didn't mention it, I should have mentioned, I don't know why I didn't, that I wanted to start this thing is I kind of need, I'm an old person now, and I've realized I'm an old person now.
4 kids, yeah.
4 kids. I have gray hair. I have less hair. I have
Yeah,
stomach issues. No, I see you. You're killing me.
I'm with you, buddy.
Yeah. I can't eat anything anymore. My knees hurt. My back hurts. I hit
Yeah.
40 and everything started to break down. I went to my
Yeah,
doctor,
40's
by
the
the way.
worst. 40 is the
It-
worst.
He said, like, wait till you hit 50. So I'm just waiting for that.
Hell might be our 50s worse.
Yeah.
God.
Just kind of hoping I die first. Anyway,
Not to be more.
Jewish humor. I don't actually hope that. One of the things that I wanted was I just wanted a playground where I can just do my thing, right? Because when you're working in-house at a company, and I'm gonna,
there are guardrails. There are guardrails.
yeah, I'm gonna shoot straight. No matter how much they let you run amok,
yeah,
it's usually because they're not watching what you're doing and they don't know what you're actually doing, but it's working, so it's fine. And there are guardrails. There are things you can do, can't do. There's a lot of bureaucracy. Listen, I'll tell you, like, 100%. A lot of the things we've done at Wix, like myself, when I was way back when it was just me, which me kind of going on my own without anybody knowing. I'm just gonna go to my social. It's my social media. Like, do what the hell I want, right?
Yeah,
was my way of thinking. Which I'm not saying is the best way of thinking in an organization, but it worked at the time.
It works. Yeah. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it blows up in your face. It
Mm-hmm.
depends.
Yeah, and it's worked, and they were good about it, and it was fine. But I want a space. I do a lot of brand strategy. Done a lot of brand strategy for companies in-house. I want a place where I can come in and tell you exactly what I think. There's no politics. It's just pure me telling you what I actually think in a nice, respectful, constructive way. Oh, no, I don't go to clients.
Kind of way. Exactly.
I do.
As Morty as way possible, you can do it in a respectful way. Exactly.
Can I share with you an email that I sent somebody this morning? I'm not gonna say who it was about. I'll just show you like the first line. Hold on. I'm gonna go into my sent box. Oh man, where'd it go? Okay. I'd politely tell whoever did this that this sucks so much shit. But I don't know how to do that. So I'm telling you instead.
I love it, man. Oh my God, I love it. But then here on the flip side, what's the hardest thing about being an entrepreneur? Especially, I mean, in the company, you got the guardrails. We know that, so you can't step over the guardrails because you get shot by the third rail. There's a New York subway reference right there, the third rail. But the whole point is, like, there's obviously guardrails. There's the downside to that. But what's the downside to running your own company in your mind?
I think a lot of it depends on you, right? So it takes a certain kind of mentality, and it took me a while to I always had that personality for it. I was talking to Aleta Solis. I was doing an episode with her Crawling Monday. She's like, I can't believe it took you this long to do this. And
we've all been saying that. I was like,
yeah, everyone. I have an uncle. Like, what took you? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, like, my experience, like, moving in, like, knowing that's for you is a thing. You have to know that it's for you. And that's like search your soul kind of thing. But it's a mentality shift. And I think the hardest thing for me is switching that mentality shift and dealing with all the emotional consequences of that. There are real emotional consequences, right? Yeah, you're responsible. You're on your own. It either sinks or floats solely because of you. There's no guardrails, but as you said, there's a third rail.
Yeah, and now there's no guardrail that protects you from the third rail.
Right. You have to protect yourself.
If you fall, you get yourself electrocuted. Yeah.
Yeah. Which,
analogy. Yeah.
Nice.
It's cool that analogy completely, but still, there's no guardrail that protects you from the third rail, and that's kind of scary. But then on the flip side, you have you're your own boss, minus your wife. You still have someone to answer to, but ultimately, you get to be your own boss, which is kind of fun.
That's really like the thing. I'll tell you it's on a practical level. I don't know if you know Nick Leroy. I'm sure you know Nick Leroy, but it's Nick Leroy, yeah. To the audience, I don't know if you know Nick Leroy, who has SEOjobs.com.
The SEO guy from Minnesota, don't you know?
Oh yeah, sure. You betcha he's from there.
But you betcha he says betcha. He says betcha.
Yeah. His actual original name was Svensson Leroy.
And we're throwing everyone under the bus today.
Yeah. We just lost our entire North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wyoming audience. Anyway.
Shucks.
All 5 people in the States. Anywho.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's by the way, it's an East Coast mentality. Like nothing else
Totally East
exists.
Coast mentality. East Coast, West Coast, nothing in the middle. Exactly.
Nothing. I mean, there's Florida where Jews go to die, but other than that.
Yeah,
But that is also
that's
East Coast, but that's different.
That's the South. We'll leave that alone.
That's
But
just,
here's
all
a
right.
question of the ages here. What is the most important thing to carry with you all the time?
My belt.
Oh, that's a good one. You don't want your pants falling down.
Yeah.
No one's
You
ever
mean like
said-
in
no
like
one's
my
actually
in
ever
my
said that, bro.
mindset?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think it's that intuition that you have. Listen, everyone's different. Okay, everyone's
Yeah.
doing different things. If you're like a real like I don't know, like data nerd, you love GA4, feel like you should be committed, but fine, like okay, that's your thing. Maybe this doesn't apply to you as equally. But if you're someone who's on the business side, on the brand side, on the strategy side of whatever it is, the most invaluable thing is that intuition and be able to trust that intuition. Okay. What makes you different? I can make a framework for anything. You can make a framework for anything. And I share the framework. Okay. You go to my website, I have brand marketing frameworks.
Yes.
I'll tell you right now, the framework is not going to help you. I mean, it's going to help. It'll help you if you're almost there.
Yes.
Right. If you need us a little bit of, you've thought about it, you have a conception, you just need a little bit of a push or a little bit of a refinement. Okay. But if you're clueless about the whole thing, the framework is not going to help you. Okay. What's going to help you is your intuition. Frameworks are just going to be a thing where you waste your time thinking, okay, I'll fill this framework out. And now I figured it out. Not true. Not how it works.
No,
That's how you separate yourself.
Stepping point. Yeah.
Yep.
I love it, man. I love it. We could go on for hours here, buddy, easily. But it is 4:00 in Israel. It is 10:14 here in the U.S. But where's the stomping ground for Morty? I know that obviously the Wix SEO hub is a big spot to go check out. Absolutely, go check that place out. Even if you don't use Wix,
Yeah,
it's
agnostic.
It's amazing. It's agnostic. Good term, but it's really fantastic. Morty, do you MortyOberstein.com? Is that a good place to do?
No. I got rid of that. The best place to find me is at UnifyBrandMarketing.com.
We'll have that in the show notes because no one's gonna know how to write that out. But we'll put that in the show notes as well.
Hey, I get a link out
and
of
then
it.
find you on Blue Sky. Unfortunately,
Blue
Twitter.
Sky, LinkedIn. I switched up my LinkedIn strategy recently.
I know. I noticed.
You saw that?
I saw that. Yeah, but it's good. You're on LinkedIn. You're on Blue Sky. Begrudgingly on Mastodon, not that much. You usually just respond.
Yeah, I haven't.
Stop responding to me over here because
I don't. Something happened. I got logged out and I didn't bother to figure out how to get back logged in.
Yeah, you get him on Blue Sky. He's very active on Blue Sky.
Blue Sky's great. Love it.
Blue Sky's fantastic. Absolutely. Morty, this has been a joy. Been a thrill. Always great talking to you, my friend. And check him out on Edge of the Web Radio.
Yeah. We have a new thing coming. Pitch. We have a new thing coming that we're working on. A new podcast.
Ooh, that's very exciting.
That's why I haven't been on the news lately. We were working on the new thing.
That's always something with Aaron Sparks and Jacob Mann over there.
Great.
You have SERP's Up over
SERP's
Wix,
Up. It's new. It's new on the Rusty Brick YouTube channel. If you want to hear me, get into it with Barry every day.
Oh, Barry Schwartz is a hilarious guy. Yeah.
I love Barry. Such a sweet guy.
Man. He's such a good guy. And guess what? We'll see everyone next time.
That was a great show. If you're enjoying Entrepreneur's Enigma, please consider giving us a review in the podcast directory of your choice. Every review helps us reach new listeners. If you like Entrepreneur's Enigma, consider the other shows on the Marketing Podcast Network at marketingpodcast.net.
Goldstein Media hopes you have enjoyed this episode.